Yes, indeed, folks, it's the illusion of choice. Let's have a look at it. So I've got an interesting one here that I want to cover briefly. We're actually rapidly running out of time. Because of Daylight Savings Time, Shoutcraft is an hour earlier in the UK. Yes, indeed, that's 10 PM GMT. About half an hour after finish the show. Not really a lot of time to recoup, ladies and gents. I incidentally hope that you will all stick around for Shoutcraft. I would strongly recommend it. It will be linked on our front page. It will also be available at tinyurl.com/shoutcraft. You can go there, and I think we're just doing a few tests in the minute. It's going to be amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Really, it is absolutely unbelievable. It's going to be really great. We're giving away a beta key tonight. It's going to be fantastic, so you definitely want to... You're going to want to be there. Let me just put it that way. So please come and watch Shoutcraft with myself and Emperor. You will love it. Even if you're not really into esports, I'll guarantee that by the end of the show, you're going to be a bit into esports. That's our whole point. We want to really try and get you into it. So, let's have a look at the illusion of choice. This one comes from Elite Hacksaw, and he says this: Biscuit total as Grand Vizier of Opinionation. Since the meat of WoW's content is for a mere 25 players, is it really massive anymore? Even Wintergrasp was reduced from truly massive to limited to 40 aside, and nowadays the only massive part of the game is the materials farming area and the home cities. Is WoW becoming simply an MMORPG, as opposed to massively multiplayer online RPG, and could it benefit from raids which scale fluidly up to the maximum technical limit of a few hundred? Well, for one thing, the maximum technical limit technically is a few hundred, but in reality, you're not going to be able to put together anything that performs well at that rate with current technology. Their netcode just isn't up to par. Bear in mind, it's running on like 8-9-year-old engine at least. I forgot to say it was a modified version of the Warcraft 3 engine. Heavily modified, but still, it's the same engine at the very core. So, it's pretty damn old. Now, what you're asking for really is something that actually works. This is Blizzard. What's the biggest area that you know of in WoW right now? Dalaran. Does it work for most of the population? As in, can I play it? Can I choke my guts out at even thinking about it? Yes, I can. Now, I can play it, because I've got a really, really, really crazy, nice computer. But most people can't do Dalaran without lagging. There's a few hundred people in Dalaran at any given time, so please, can you tell me exactly how you would create an area where something is happening other than sitting around on a horse? Explain that to me. I remember Wintergrasp lagged. Wintergrasp lagged the entire server! It was awful! Do you not remember? I remember what Wintergrasp used to do. I was calling for Wintergrasp to be removed! Just get rid of it until they fix it! Now, you might think that was an extreme solution, but yeah, you're damn right it was an extreme solution. I couldn't raid. That was a big deal. Raiding's the main content, Wintergrasp is just a side game. Now, the funny thing about MMORPGs is that a lot of people say, oh, well, in order for it to be an MMORPG, you have to have massive, great areas, and it's going to have hundreds of people. All you need, really, is the ability to interact with a person at any given time. That's the thing. You got a persistent world. So on your server, you might have 5,000 or 6,000 people. You could go in there and theoretically meet any one of them without having to do anything special. That's what makes it an MMORPG. You can walk into a city, and another dude can walk into a city, and you will see each other. You will not be instanced. You will not have to log into a different server in order to do it. If you're on the same realm as some dude, you walk there, and he's right there. That's what makes it a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. You don't have to have content that requires hundreds of people to beat in order for it to be massive. That's all you need. This ability to simply walk into a town and see another dude there that's also logged into the game and not have anything stopping you from doing so. I mean, if anything, the idea of phasing and instancing is contrary to the base elements of an MMORPG, yet it's become essential simply from a mechanical perspective. You don't have to then turn around and say, oh, well, in order for this to be massive, we must have a raid that requires 300 people. No, it's nonsense. It doesn't work from a mechanical perspective, and you don't need it. That's the point. Now, I'm sorry for the short answer, but we really are running very, very, very low on time. So quick shout-outs, folks. Email themurloc@cynicalbrit.com with your shout-out. Last couple minutes of the show. Alternatively, you can send me a message in IRC. Just right-click. I think you right-click my name, or maybe double-click. Yeah, double-click my name and click send private message on the video chat. That will send me a shout out. Alternatively, you can message me on irc.quakenet.org or you can tweet me. So go right ahead and we'll get that done for the last few minutes of the show. Can we get a shout out to B-Drone for being awesome? Yes, indeed. He is our resident cam whore on our video chat. It's very cool indeed. Indeed, I'm actually right next to him right now. Now, you see the lighting on me is pretty bad. It makes me look absurdly white, whereas B-Drone is certainly black. So it's a really crazy comparison between the two of us here. Like, we could do a comedy cop duo, I feel, to be honest. I could be the cool, smarmy, white boy but utterly unstreetwise detective with my awesome hat. And he could be the pimpin' Shaft-style dude who goes around beating stuff up and spouting cool one-liners. He could be awesome. That would be awesome. TB and B-Drone, cops on the beat, or something along those lines. Whatever. Yes, it works. Can we have a shout out to the hat video chat we had going on today? Yes, indeed. Everyone is wearing a hat in video chat. It's awesome. It's Stukov at 961 says that. Actually, no, he didn't. That was actually a mega hair. A shout out to Stukov the Retired of Sporagar EU, the worst server ever. That's from Stukov, of course. And a shout out to my girlfriend for enjoying the delicious steak I just made. That's from Gateau. You should have eaten it yourself. A shout out to Saracen and his dog, who is cute. Yes, indeed, he is. What else have we got here? We have a few, yes. Shout out to Versus the World, Senjin US, for being absolutely insane and making me into the guild as a noob. Times 27 exclamation points at the back of it. A shout out to OMG, it's Jay, and a shout out to Angelo Blink Blink. That's from Onin. A shout out to Killing the Lich King in 10 Man. That's from Nymph. And a shout out to Krista, who I got to listen even though she doesn't play World of Warcraft. You're making ears bleed one person at a time. Ha ha ha. Yes, indeed. A couple of quick shout outs as well. A shout out to Drizzt061 and RS Painbringer. Oh yes, that's from Slizer88, and one more, ladies and gents, then I really have to go and get ready for the show for Shoutcraft, and you better stick around, it's going to be awesome. A shout out to Coriolis, Straz, US, and all the new listeners I got from Trade Chat today. That's from Zoe. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. You have been awesome, as always. I will see you later on for Shoutcraft. Please stick around for that, and good night.